Hello everyone, welcome to Johanna's Christmas festive coloring book, second part where you will see a final finished coloring page. And I also would like to share with you 3 things I have learned as a beginner colorist. This is my little tips and insights for someone who would like to start adult coloring or is a beginner and looking for tips, or for someone who is interested in coloring in general. So let's start with 3 things I have learned and you also should know as a beginner. Tip number 1: plan your color palette. It's very helpful to decide your color palette before you will start coloring. Knowing the main colors you are going to use for your coloring page will help a lot and will make your coloring process smooth and relaxing. And I have noticed if I plan my colors before I start coloring, my coloring page usually coming out more cohesive. With this coloring page, I also chose a main color palette and I decided that I would like a dark, moody evening atmosphere with a glowing fireplace and candles. Second thing I have learned is patience. I know it sounds very simple and like not really a coloring thing, but it's very much related. Coloring pages can contain a lot of details. Of course, some books can be more simple, but the more patience you have to color every single object and think about light and shadows, the better results you will achieve. Coloring this page, I was very impatient to see the final color piece, and this has affected some parts of a page which are not so precise as I would like them to be. So be prepared to have a little bit of patience, and at the end you will be rewarded with a beautifully colored page. And the third thing you should know as a beginner: sharpen your pencils very well. Sharp pencils is essential and a very important tip that should not be missed. Sharp pencils will help you a lot in coloring small details more precise. Also, with a sharp pencil, you will have more control of your pencil stroke. It also will help you to be not so heavy-handed if you are, and to color in light layers. By layering colors, you will achieve more depth in your coloring object and it will look more realistic. So I highly recommend to sharpen your pencils regularly while coloring. And of course, there are so much more tips for coloring to talk about, and we just scratch the surface. And if you just started your hobby, you shouldn't be overwhelmed with tips and advices and just enjoy the process. So I hope these few tips will help along your way. Please subscribe if you like my art content, and I will leave you to enjoy coloring process of Johanna's Basford Christmas coloring page.